In a distant corner of the Milky Way, a coalition of alien species, called the Zenith Federation, had spent millennia refining their stealth technology. They cloaked their ships, masked their energy signals, and cloaked themselves in a unique frequency of energy that rendered them virtually invisible to all known forms of life. These species assumed they were undetectable by any advanced civilization. They might observe, and they'd observed many. They gathered data, analyzed primitive cultures, and left as mysteriously as they came, leaving no sign of their presence. Then they met humans. The first human encounter happened on the fringe of the solar system, near the Kuiper Belt. A Zenith scout ship, cloaked and drifting quietly to gather information on Earth's inhabitants, had detected faint radio signals from early Earth broadcasts. Intrigued, the Zenith captain ordered his crew to observe. He expected to see an undeveloped species living on a small planet in the far reaches of the galaxy. He expected no resistance, no signs of intelligence that could comprehend their technology, let alone detect it. What he didn't expect was a simple, automated telescope on Earth catching their ship's faint energy signature. In fact, several observatories, staffed by amateur astronomers who scoured the stars out of sheer fascination, had noted a brief blip on their systems. They shrug it off, not believing a new kind of data disturbance could be anything significant except for one scientist, Dr. Maria Tanaka, who noticed the readings appeared only in specific, repeating intervals. Curious, she adjusted her equipment, and by a combination of ingenuity and luck, she detected a pattern that led her to the faint signal of the Zenith scout ship. When she managed to track its movements, she assumed it was an asteroid or space debris with a bizarre trajectory. But the pattern was far too precise. She had no idea that the object wasn't drifting aimlessly. It was studying Earth. The Zenith crew was bewildered. Despite their cloaking technology, humans seemed to have pinpointed their position. But even stranger was what happened next. Earth's government agencies picked up on the signal after Tanaka's discovery, flagging it as a high-priority anomaly. Within weeks, military satellites had also begun targeting the faint signal. And without knowing what they were looking at, human agencies launched a covert investigation. The Zenith crew, shocked, attempted to recalibrate their systems, increasing their stealth capacity, but it didn't work. Considered imperceptible, what the Zenith Federation hadn't realized was that humans, driven by centuries of curiosity, had honed a knack for noticing even the smallest anomalies, the slightest inconsistencies. What the Zenith Federation considered undetectable signals were picked up by human equipment because it operated on different frequencies and technologies than the Zenith had ever encountered. Human scientists were so diverse in their approaches that they stumbled onto what the Zenith considered impossible. It was as if humans were naturally tuned to notice what others than the humans sent a message. It was a short, encrypted signal, a single line in binary code that simply read, "Hello." The Zenith crew was thrown into disarray. No other species they had observed had ever managed to detect them, let alone communicate. The crew was ordered to pull back, but curiosity got the better of them, as it did for the humans. They watched, listened, and against orders, sent a faint response back. Over a series of cautious transmissions, human scientists and the Zenith crew engaged in a quiet exchange, building a rapport based on curiosity and mutual awe. Eventually, the Zenith Federation's council was alerted. They were alarmed and debated cutting off all contact, but ultimately, the fascination of encountering a species that had cracked their cloaking drove them to keep the communication going. After some negotiation, an official meeting was arranged between the two species, and the first true interstellar alliance of curiosity and knowledge was born. The Zenith Federation was astounded by the resilience and ingenuity of humans, while humans marveled at the advanced culture of the Federation. In the end, both sides realized they were more similar than different, both driven by curiosity, by a desire to explore the universe, and by a penchant for defying expectations. The Zenith Federation abandoned their cloaking approach with humanity, realizing there was much to be gained in sharing knowledge openly. And for humanity, the encounter marked the beginning of a new era, an era in which Earth was no longer alone, but part of a greater universe filled with wonders waiting to be discovered.